Now remember this, friends, if you do not do this, if you do not get definite about what you want in this way, if you just drift along without any decision or definite purpose or goals, you will become the helpless victim of circumstances.
Hey, ¿qué tal? Y bienvenidos de nuevo a Domina tu Mente. Soy Raúl y el día de hoy les voy a compartir algo de la señora Catherine Ponder. Y en ese seminario la señora Ponder nos enseña la razón de por qué tenemos que ser definidos con nuestros objetivos. Nos dice que no debemos de andar a la deriva como un corcho en el mar, porque lo que podemos hacer al no ser definidos es entregar nuestro poder, nuestras capacidades mentales a personalidades más fuertes que estén a nuestro alrededor. Hay personalidades más fuertes que nos pueden influenciar y dirigir nuestra vida si nosotros no tomamos las riendas de decidir qué es lo que queremos. Entonces considero muy importante eso que nos cuenta la señora Catherine Ponder. Nos cuenta algunos ejemplos y además nos dice qué es lo que podemos hacer. Entonces vamos a escuchar a la señora Catherine Ponder y está en audio original. Y para los que quieren escucharlo en audio en español, tranquilos, aquí abajo en la caja de descripción ya les dejo el link en donde viene ya en español. ¿Va? Entonces, sin más, desde Domina tu Mente, nos vemos en el próximo videoprograma. Hasta pronto.
And so, friends, let's declare this idea for ourselves right here. I turn the great energy of my thinking upon ideas of plenty. You see, that's what we're doing here in this seminar. I turn the great energy of my thinking upon ideas of plenty. Together, I turn the great energy of my thinking upon ideas of plenty. And so we said that as we turn the great energy of our thinking upon ideas of plenty, we will have plenty, regardless of what people about us are doing or saying. All right, to help us realize this, would you look at number 1 on the front of your decree sheet? Number 1 under section 2. I dissolve in my own mind and in the minds of all others any idea that my own can be withheld from me. No person, thing, or event in the universe. No person, thing, or event can keep that from me, which the universe has for me now. Let's take the whole statement together. I dissolve in my own mind and in the minds of all others any idea that my own can be withheld from me. No person, thing, or event can keep that from me, which the universe has for me now. And so as we turn the great energy of our thinking upon ideas of plenty and realize that no person, thing, or event can keep that from us, that which is for us, you see, as we get definite in our thinking about it, then this opens the way for abundance to come to us. Now, it is through writing and through picturing and through speaking prosperous words that our thoughts, words, and actions begin to work for us in prosperous and productive ways. And so the first way that we suggest to you that you get definite about prosperity so that prosperity can get definite about you is by simply write out what you want to manifest or to experience in your life. Get definite about prosperity, in other words, by sitting down and making a list of the good things you want to experience in life. Emma Curtis Hopkins, who was a great success teacher at the turn of the century, once said this: sit down at a certain time every day and write down on paper what your ideas of good are. You will find that such a practice will pin your mind down to the truth and you will get results. Another eminent success teacher and metaphysician was Dr. Emmett Fox, and he said that this is the way to alter your life. So, by writing out what you want to experience in life, this is the way to alter your life. Now remember this, friends, if you do not do this, if you do not get definite about what you want in this way, if you just drift along without any decision or definite purpose or goals, you will become the helpless victim of circumstances. if your desires are not clear and definite, you become subject to the dominating personalities of people around you. You become subject to the stronger minds around you and what they're thinking about. And you'll find yourself simply manifesting in your life what somebody else around you wants, simply because they know what they want and you don't. And so your mind becomes a broadcasting station through which their definite ideas come to pass. Now, the way to overcome this and the way to overcome difficulties is to set a goal. Begin to get definite about what you want. And to do it by writing it out. Just don't just carry it around intangibly in your mind, but write it out. Now, perhaps you've had this experience at some time in your life. Have you ever, at some point in your life, become subject to the stronger ideas of someone about you who knew what they wanted when you weren't thinking about what you wanted, and so you found yourself getting what they wanted for them? One of the stories I like to tell, and Richard doesn't seem to mind my telling this story, is about the time several years ago before he went in the Air Force, when I looked out of the window in our front yard and realized that the two sports cars that were parked in our front yard were both the result of Richard's definite ideas about what he wanted and liked in cars. Now, I had never had any preference to cars, but like most men, Richard knew exactly what he liked in cars. The result was that not only was he driving a sports car equipped for racing, but would you believe it, I was driving one too, equipped for racing. And so remember this, if you do not know what you want, and if you have no set purpose, your subconscious mind just produces a conglomeration of circumstances. This is why there is so much confusion in the lives of passive people. You know, we say, I can't understand why that person has so many problems. They're so nice. They're so passive. They never cause anybody any trouble. All right. These are people, again, you see, that don't know what they want. And because they don't, their minds, either they find themselves manifesting what someone else around them wants, or else their subconscious mind just produces a conglomeration, if it's with strong ideas. And so this is why there is so much confusion in the lives of passive people. We should concentrate or think about a thing long enough, and as we do, then we're sure to get it. But always have a definite goal in mind and write it down. Never let yourself drift unless you want to end up with two race cars parked in your front yard with racing equipment on them the way I did. Now, someone asked me one time what I did about those two race cars. Well, it worked out very nicely because I suddenly realized that it was all right for Richard to have a race car, but I wasn't interested. So I kept blessing the race car I had, and pretty soon Richard went in the Air Force, and then I just gently got rid of mine, you see, and never got any more. Got what I wanted. But it's great for people around us to know what they want, and we want this. We want our families and friends and people around us to know what they want. And we release them to use their mind power to manifest it. But in like manner, we claim our freedom, you see, to manifest what we want too, because this is our heritage, to use mind power in our own lives to create that which we want and that which is right for us.